Good morning, y'all. I'm not gonna take too much time this morning to go all the way in. I started yesterday with a slight message, with a slight targeted message, and I wasn't pleased with myself because I was very, very, very aggravated at the time that I seemingly wanted to make sure I got my point across. So, um, I find it befitting to kind of talk to you this morning, not just about specific topics of interest, but honestly about what's forthcoming with its consulting time, all things authentic, ID 104 radio, just stuff like that. So let me first preface by saying good morning to everyone. I think that's first and foremost. And as I'm doing that, I'm also going to, I hate that these videos, when you use StreamYard, it displays the caption. So I want to turn that off because y'all can hear me. I don't need to have that going on. All right. So yesterday, I was having a conversation with my friends, and the topic of loyalty came up. Now, one of my concerns when we get to talking about loyalty is that for some reason, people really feel like you're not loyal or you're disloyal if you don't uphold people in their wrong. Well, let me tell you something. You a lie, and the truth is nowhere in you. Because number one, I'm not going to jail for anybody. I'm not going to prison for anybody. And I'm not anybody to sign my one-way ticket straight to hell but me. So one of the things I definitely think we need to understand is that your level of loyalty is not contingent upon how much mess you sweep under the rug regarding your friends. Number two, if the first thing you can do when you feel someone has wronged you is try to make them feel bad for their illnesses, for their family situations, for whatever is going on in their lives, you are a wicked being. You are a wicked being. Number three. You are not always the victim. I think that's a lesson that a lot of your parents forgot to teach you, but my mom and dad definitely taught us that. You are not the victim. Sometimes you are the offender. And if you are always the victim, more likely than not, you're always the offender. Statistics show victims do re-victimize, especially when victims realize they get more attention remaining a victim than trying to conquer their victimization. That's first and foremost. Now, a major concern I have is that we, and I'm talking about us as a black race of people, I can't speak about nobody else because I'm black, straight up. But we have, as a black race of people, have this thing where we seemingly have to protect one another. That's interesting. We got to stick together. We got to protect one another. But we keep killing each other. Or we attempt to kill each other. You know, it's a sad day when we can't truly reassess ourselves and realize that sometimes we are the problem. Let's just be real. And the reason we're the problem is because we use 400 plus years of victimization to justify the bullshit that we do. Hold on 1 second. This is my big brother. Hey. Hey, oh look, I'm answering the phone in the middle of this broadcast because I just felt like I should answer you in the middle of it. But give me like 10 minutes and I'm gonna give you a call back. Okay, that's a significant individual. He's someone that teaches me a lot about dealing with people, especially in this industry. And that's the other thing I'm gonna say. Listen, guys, I look around and I see everybody. The pandemic created a lot of entrepreneurs. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it whatsoever. But guys, I charge you to obtain some formal training in business before you start a business or try to operate a business. I'm just saying. And if you don't have a mentor and you're having trouble obtaining a mentor, create a situation where you are able to gain knowledge, skills, and to enhance your abilities from somebody else, or even to create. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all are operating in disability. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of you guys are operating in disability and you're creating a mess. Starting a nonprofit is not a substitute for getting a job. Do you understand the legalities, the guidelines, the requirements around starting a nonprofit and maintaining a nonprofit? Trust me, I know. See, this is what I'm saying. What you people fail to realize is a lot of you live in this false reality. Y'all living in this fantasy world. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'll be transparent with you and let you know. I started some business ventures and failed some business ventures. But when I took the steps to get adequate training, it worked in my favor. So what I'm saying to you is stop operating in a spirit of desperation. Stop operating in a spirit of the need for validation and operate in your own scope of competence. And for some of you, that's getting a job and working for someone. I'm just going to keep it real. See, I'm not going to sugarcoat you. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you can do it. I'm not going to do that. Because a whole lot of y'all do not have real friends, because real friends will tell you, no, baby, that ain't for you. Find something else to do. Matter of fact, your parents will tell you, because I know mine will. And I'm 35 and a half years old. And Betty Lou would tell me quick, Lil, you might need to rethink that because that ain't it. But see, what has happened is y'all out here, y'all want to be your kids' friends. Your parents want to be your friends. You got all this intergenerational transmission of foolery that y'all don't even realize reality from these pseudo fantasies that y'all done created. And it's sad when the fantasies are unreal, because sometimes you can fantasize and then you might be able to materialize some of those fantasies, but y'all got some pseudo fantasies going on. But anyway, I ain't gonna keep on talking crazy right now because I got stuff to do. Some of us have real careers on top of being entrepreneurs. So once again, starting a nonprofit is not a substitute for getting a job. But it's consulting time. So it's consulting time is going to be a little bit different because now, as you can see, different things are popping off as people are becoming vaccinated more and more. Tours about to kick back off, shows about to pick back up. It's about to get really real out here. So it's consulting time will continue. More than likely, it'll probably only run on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and you may only see 1 or 2 interviews, which is cool because a lot of you don't really understand what goes into doing an audiovisual platform, especially a live audiovisual platform. Because if you don't understand, a lot of people pre-record their stuff. Well, when you pre-record your stuff, you can edit it. You feel what I'm saying? But I kind of like to be live because it does give you a sense of transparency, and it gives you a sense of kind of being in the moment with me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. All things authentic is also going to be a little bit different. I definitely did have a series pre-planned for you guys, but I think I'm going to alter it because there have been a lot of things come up that I think I'm gonna have to go back to the basics, y'all, and really give you some historical context before I can even really host all things authentic, because y'all, we lost. I'm gonna keep it a stack, which we lost. Starting with that traditionalist generation, as the generations changed, each generation lost a sense of self. And so I think that giving you the historical context, going through some things, talking to you about different things, guys, for real, I think I'm going to do a criminal justice 101 for y'all, because it's sad that, well, it's not sad. It's not sad because if you haven't been trained, you don't know how to adequately assess a crime scene. You know what I'm saying? You won't understand the difference between, you know, charges, you know, the elements of a crime and things of that nature. And so I think that all of these things are important for us to understand, because the reality is at some point in time, it probably has touched, somebody in our family has probably touched the criminal justice system. It's not we ourselves. And so I think that a lot of these things are important. So I just want you to know, you know, it's consulting time and all things authentic is still here. But guys, it's a busy season. It's a busy season. And it's not just busy, it's a productive season, because there's a difference between being busy and being productive. And I think we have to really speak to that. But I don't want to hold too much of your time because, like I said, I got work to do. But I definitely want to serve you some supper for breakfast. And trust me, you'll get some more information in my post throughout the day. I can't really say today is going to be a day like yesterday, simply because yesterday I just had time for it. I'm trying to tell you, yesterday I had time for it. And one of the things you're going to learn about me, a lot of things I post may not have anything to do with me, but I am my brother and sister's keeper, right? And what that means is I'm going to protect my friends who are worthy of protection. And what that simply means is I'm not protecting anybody that seemingly creates a lot of dysfunction and foolishness and chaos. But those individuals who I do feel like don't have a leg to stand on, it's almost like, you know, back in the day, my mom said, oh, so let me get this straight. So you bullied the bullies. Nah, mommy, I don't bully the bullies. I correct the bullies. But, you know, all in all, you know, we create our own justifications for the shit that we do, and we need to cut this shit out straight up. But just understand that, number one, you're not always the victim. Number two, starting a nonprofit is not a substitute for getting a job. And number three, your level of loyalty is not contingent upon you upholding your friends in their wrong. Wrong is wrong. So if you out here upholding your friends in their wrong, go ahead and dig your grave and make sure you dig it 12 to 18 feet, depending on how many friends you have. And if you don't have any friends, you need to look in the mirror and figure out what your problem is. Have a great day.